Hello everyone and welcome to Sharpers Gaming, and today we're back with some more Pokemon VGC 2018. This is pre-meta, so it's before Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon come out, but Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon do come out this week, so we're getting ready for that. This is the final team before that release. We will be having 3 episodes of this team, so Friday there will be an episode of this, so be sure to be watching for that, because if you want to see it, that is, because your sub box will be flooded with Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon playthroughs, our own included. We are going to be streaming it live on Twitch, so if you want to check it out with us live, be sure to go follow on there, and it'll also be on YouTube after the fact. But this week we're here with a Mega Charizard team. We got Mega Charizard Y, Alolan Executor, Aegislash, Mamoswine, Luxray, and Scrafty. If you want to try the team out for yourself, the link for the paste bin will be in the description below. I'm going to warn you. Well, actually, I don't really have anything to warn you about. But we will go over a few things with it first, obviously. The Mega Charizard Y is a Tailwind set, Solar Beam, Heat Wave, Protect. Alolan Executor is there to be a bulky boy and has some pretty strong moves in Energy Ball and Draco Meteor. Also Leech Seed and Trick Room. We got the Aegislash, who is my typical Aegislash set. We got a Groundium Z Mamoswine. We got the Scrafty, who is the Salt Vest, and the Luxray, who is Flame Orb. Now, the Luxray was put on this team to deal with Tapu Fini, but after thinking about it, it's not the best counter to Tapu Fini because a normal Wild Charge doesn't KO Fini, so you need the Guts boost, but Fini's terrain stops you from getting burned, and I have no Tapu of my own, so I actually haven't used Luxray yet. Hopefully we'll get to use them on this couple of videos here. The speed on this Luxray is weird. It has enough speed to outspeed Mega Salamence in... It's either Mega Salamence or Choice Scarf Landorus. I can't remember which one specifically, but outspeeds one of the two. Is whichever one's faster is what it outspeeds. And then it has Ice Fang, but it needs Tailwind to do that, which the Charizard can set up. And then also underspeeds him, so if we want to set up Trick Room, we can do that. But because of how much speed we need to outspeed the Landorus and the Salamence, it outspeeds Tapu Fini, I believe, by 1 point. So Trick Room doesn't help us in that case. In fact, we don't even need Tailwind at that point, so depends. But if Fini's invested, then, you know, whatever. But, again, I've never used Luxray. I'm hoping that we can use it. Let's hop into it here. Hopefully you guys are seeing a little more extra content this week and last, because I'm recording all of these ahead of time because the Battle Spot ladder should be down by now. I think it ended on Friday. So I wanted to get a team builder out actually for Mega Charizard team with the boy Joey. Hopefully that's out either now or coming up pretty soon for you guys this week. We're also going to be looking at the pre-state of the meta before going into Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. What you should be looking for in VGC 2018. We're currently in the time of spoilers. I'm not going to give any of them away in this video, but we will be talking a little bit about like the Move Tutor spoilers in the meta reviews. So that's the only spoilers I'm going to put on the channel now. But we have Philip here, who was 16-something rated player, I can't remember exactly, with the Scissor, Talonflame, Pheromosa, Cresselia, Golisopod, and Alolan Muck. He has 3 bug types on this team. That's crazy. No rock type resists. So Mamoswine and Rock Slide is going to be pretty nice here. Obviously, the Pheromosa is going to outspeed us, so we might have to set up Trick Room for that accord. I'm not picking my nose. I'm just trying to get my mustache to lay flat because I can see one hair sticking up. It's annoying. Not that you need to know that, but Charizard looks pretty decent here. I wouldn't mind having Ancient Power Charizard at this point, but yeah, nothing really stops Charizard. So we just bring Charizard, and then I could go Aegislash, I think. Yeah, Aegislash counters that Crest pretty well. Mamoswine, obviously, we were talking about already. And then, do I go with Scrafty or Executor? I think we go with Scrafty here. And Scrafty wouldn't have been a terrible lead either. We get the Intimidate and then there's Fake Out, but I'll bring it later. A lot of water today. 7.8 out of 10. Too much water in that cup. But anyway, we got Pokemon Trainer Philip with the Talonflame Golisopod lead. So probably Talonflame might be a Tailwind support here. And then Golisopod just hits hard. But even in the sun, this thing's not going to enjoy... Or this thing's not going to... Or in the sun, this thing's not going to deal a lot of damage. So I can just Mega Evolve and Heat Wave, actually. And I will just Shadow Ball the Talonflame. I don't feel the need to set up Tailwind, because I'm assuming that's what they do as well. And if I just set up Tailwind against them, their team's outspeeding me anyway for the most part, so I don't feel the need. I mean, there's obviously a few Pokemon that are going to be faster now that Tailwind will be up. If my opponent does that, they're actually just going to Supersonic Sky Strike. Does this KO my Charizard? That'd be annoying. Yeah, Supersonic Sky Strike. Well, I didn't think they'd do that, honestly. Charizard, can you be Bulky Boy and live this? Charizard doesn't have the best physical, but... Oh, yep, we're dead. Oh, yeah, we're dead. I should have just protected. I was actually thinking about protecting, but I was like, no, the Golisopod won't be able to kill us. I was just so invested that the Talonflame was going to go for Tailwind. I just let him do that. He's going to liquidate my Blade Form Aegis Slash, so this is going to hurt a little bit. Not as much as it could have, though, if the sun wasn't there. But here I just bring in Mammo. And then I just Rock Slide here. Obviously, there is that threat of the Flare Blitz. We are Thick Fat, but it's in the sun, so it's going to hurt like a mofo, but... I think at this point we just go for it. And then the Golisopod probably actually emergency exits if we get the Rock Slide off. Could actually just straight up withdraw, so whatever's coming in is taking 2 hits, and it's going to be Scissor. Scissor's not going to enjoy this. We are going to see Flare Blitz come out from Talonflame. Can we take this? Okay, we do live. And the Talonflame almost KOs itself. Mamoswine will get the Rock Slide off. Cool, I like that. Talonflame will faint here, and then we get off the Shadow Ball into the Scissor, which will put it into a range where we can use another Shadow Ball and KO it. I wonder what comes in here. If he brings in Golisopod, he's got 2 priority attempts here. It is going to be Golisopod again. But Golisopod still doesn't really worry me too much. I'm actually going to switch in Scrafty. And I'll go for the Shadow Ball again in the Scissor. I think. Yeah. I'm going to Shadow Ball the Scissor. As long as the Scissor doesn't knock off my Aegis Slash, we should be fine. But there's a pretty good chance he will. Or maybe, I don't know, because I haven't King Shielded yet, so maybe he thinks I'm going to King Shield here. He's going to Aqua Jet with the Golisopod into the Scrafty, so he might have knocked me off here. Oh, he's Swords Dance! Oh, you're dead. You're dead, dude! Yeah, that was a scary play because he could have knocked me off and I would have died. And then we would have been in a really bad position. But now we're in an amazing position, so... Depending on what the last Pokemon is, of course. If it's Pheromosa, it's Pheromosa. Well, that's actually not too bad. We can fake out Pheromosa here. We just fake out the Pheromosa. Go for Shadow Ball on the Golisopod. And the Pheromosa could protect, obviously, and which it does. Which it does. So no fake out for us. And then we get the Shadow Ball off in the Golisopod. Which does absolutely nothing, and you're going to see the Liquidation come out again. But the sun's still up, so we'll take this one too. And now I just honestly double into Pheromosa. Do I do that? Well, I kind of have to. The problem is Pheromosa... Well, let's actually switch out Scrafty here for Mamo. I think we just let Mamo go down, unfortunately. And what to do about the Glycopod is a thing here. I'm gonna Shadow Ball Glycopod again. Like, I could be King Shielding here, but I need to keep the pressure up is the problem. Pheromosa does go for high jump kick. It does connect, unfortunately. I was hoping maybe it would miss. But this should be a speed boost. It's an attack raise. I needed it to be a speed boost. Because I was trying to come in to get the Intimidate, because we'd be able to take one high jump kick otherwise. But now the Liquidation's going to go off, and it'll KO here. Oh, we live on 2! My boy Aegislash. My boy Aegislash. Scrafty comes in. It'll bring the Pheromosa back down to neutral. And not the Aegislash. The frickin' Glycopod is down to -1 now. Pheromosa protects here though, so I fake out the Glycopod this turn. And also Shadow Ball the Glycopod. Yep, there's a protect on the Pheromosa. Perfect. Don't protect your Glycopod, yes. I didn't think Glycopod was going to be carrying protect. I don't know that this Shadow Ball KOs it though, unfortunately. Come on. Yeah, not enough. Honestly, with the Pheromosa, we have to hope for the high jump kick miss. Or that Scrafty somehow lives it. And then I'm going to finally King Shield here. After this playing the entire game in Blade form. I'm going to finally King Shield here. Which could be helpful if the Glycopod does decide to Aqua Jet here. It is going to Aqua Jet into the Aegislash, so it is now -3. So if somehow Scrafty lives, it's going to be looking nice. Miss! No. We do have some bulky boy. Nope, not enough bulky boy, though. So that is going to be game. An Aegislash on 2 HP is not going to win this for us, unfortunately. Even if we had KO'd the Glycopod there, the Pheromosa most likely has Focus Sash, so we wouldn't have been able to win this, unfortunately. Really, the turn that made the game was turn 1, the Z move. Which, I'm getting less mad when Z moves win the game for my opponent, but it's still annoying. Because, like, a straight-up Brave Bird does not KO Mega Charizard Y. And honestly, I should have just protected there. I would have gotten some nice momentum had I gotten the attack off, but that's what happens in a metagame where there's Z moves. So now we're down to 1608. Yeah, it could have been a really nice win for us if we just protected turn 1. And sometimes that's what makes or breaks a game, unfortunately. So we're going to go into the second match here against a 1588 rated player from Japan with... Oh, it's another Sun team, but instead of the Executor, it's Venusaur. And then they also have Gengar, Alolan Muck, Tyranitar, and Porygon 2. So unfortunately, my Ice type really doesn't deal with the Venusaur. I have to rely on my own Charizard. I could go Zard Mammo. I could go Zard Mammo. Or I could go Zard Aegislash. Having priority on Mamoswine would have been nice there too. Like, I protect over Ice Shard on this Mamoswine, and sometimes I regret it, sometimes I don't. Depends on the day. I will bring... Well, actually, you know what? I could go Scrafty. I'll go the same team, but switch the lead up. I like that. Because then we have Fake Out support. And I can set up Tailwind too, then. I like that. So typically with my Charizards, I run Protect, Heat Wave, Solar Beam, and Ancient Power. That way you can hit other Charizards, you can hit Talonflames. But I wanted to go with Tailwind support for this team. We actually see Charizard Porygon 2 lead for my opponent, which is actually pretty good for Scrafty here. Obviously, there's the Thunderbolt possibilities from the Porygon 2, which isn't great for my Charizard. And we see download boost of attack, so that's good. We should at least live one Thunderbolt that way. But I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I'm going to Tailwind here. And I will fake out this Porygon 2, just so it's not getting damage off. And this way we can double up on it next turn. We get to Mega Charizard Y. And I'm assuming it's a Y for my opponent as well because of the Venusaur. We get the Drought up. And we do see the Y for my opponent. Now, we did Mega Evolve first, which means we either won the speed tie or we're faster. I'm assuming we won the speed tie. Not a lot of Charizards run lower than max speed, but there is always that possibility. Okay, my Charizard moved first still. Get the Tailwind up. And the opposing Charizard goes for Overheat, but misses the Scrafty. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. So I'm going to go for Heat Wave. And I don't want to get overheated, but neither does any of my other Pokemon. So I'm honestly just I'm going to knock off the Porygon 2. I'm going to knock off the Porygon 2 because it gets rid of the Violate. I don't think Heat Wave plus Drain Punch will be able to take care of Porygon 2, much less will Porygon 2 stay in. So that's the reasoning why I'm just going to knock it off so that something else can come in and take care of it. Yeah, that Overheat miss feels bad. I am a Assault Vest Scrafty, but in the sun, I don't know that I could take an Overheat from Mega Charizard Y. I think it's just too much strength. I honestly don't even know if Assault Vest Scrafty is worthwhile anymore, just because Fairies still hit it for 4 times super effective. I have to look into some more calcs. This team was kind of slapped together. I did play test it, but Opposing Charizard actually protects here, so possibly thinking I Rock Slide. But no Rock Slide for me, so that just gives me a free turn of Scrafty hitting the Porygon 2, which is nice. And that Heat Wave does a ton of damage. We're going to get the knockoff. Hiya. And then next turn we should be able to kill. He does set up Trick Room with the Porygon 2. I was kind of expecting that to happen as well. But that's fine. That's honestly fine. Because once Tailwind is down, then my Pokemon are slower than that Charizard. Unless this is made to be a slower Charizard. But I just Heat Wave again with my Charizard. Charizard. And I can actually Super Fang their Charizard. I can actually Super Fang their Charizard if I do survive somehow. We're going to see the Recover come out from the Porygon 2. That's fine. Heat Wave's going to be doing a ton more damage right now. See, Overheat, it does connect this time. How much is this doing? Scrafty holds on, and now it's that Charizard's -2, but it's going to be taking a Super Fang plus a Sun-boosted Heat Wave, so the Assault Vest Scrafty pulling through. I was just bad-mouthing it. Oh, we missed Porygon 2. No. And Heat Wave's doing mega damage to that Charizard. I'm just going to Heat Wave again. And I don't know that Scrafty survives the turn. It's going to be taking 2 hits, essentially, so I'm just going to Drain Punch the Porygon 2. If somehow we get this off, then Scrafty will be sticking around for a little while longer. But if his Charizard attacks here, it just faints, which is a plus. Getting rid of the Mega Charizard, especially one with Overheat, will be really nice. I'm thinking we are faster Charizard. I think this is maybe a modest Charizard to work better in Trick Room, but I could be wrong there. He could also be a mixed setup team kind of thing. Tyranitar is actually going to switch in for my opponent. That doesn't really help you, mate. Sandstream, so it is a mixed weather team. I was wondering if it was going to be a Nerve Tyranitar or not. We're going to see Thunderbolt come out from the Porygon 2 into the Scrafty. Can we bulk this? We can. We get a Drain Punch off. Yeah. That should KO. Oh, wow. Did not KO the Porygon 2. But this Heat Wave, as long as it connects, should, even without the Sun. So we saw how much it did in Sun. It does connect with both Pokemon. I'm getting a notification. Porygon 2 faints. And Scrafty and Charizard will be taking Sandstorm damage. And my Tailwind does peter out, so my Scrafty... I don't know the Scrafty's slower than Tyranitar at this point. But who comes in here? If it's Charizard, we might be in a pick. Okay, it's Muck. Muck. We're still kind of in a pick. A pickle, that is. How many turns of Trick Room do we got left now? We got 2 still. So I'm expecting Rock Slide to come out from Tyranitar and then an attack into Scrafty. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring an Aegislash for Charizard, who will take a Rock Slide, and then I'll bring in Mamoswine. Because I bring in Mamoswine in the Scrafty slot because I expect it to be taking 2 hits. I'm assuming Poison Jab and Rock Slide. Rock Slide is neutral, and Mamoswine does resist Poison Jab, so there is a chance that we're able to survive in that slot. Poison Jab from the Muck into the Mamoswine. No poison, and Rock Slide does come out from Tyranitar, and just Mamoswine just has to eat that. And we do. We out here. We Mamoswine. Alright, alright. The Muck will be buffeted by the Sandstorm as well as nobody else. So now I can just double protect here. I can just King Shield with the Aegislash and protect with my Mamoswine. We are in Trick Room still, and this is a final turn of it. It's a final turn of the Trick Room. So we get the King Shield. If the Muck knocks off in a Aegislash, Tyranitar is actually going to protect here. Surprisingly. Protect from Mamo. And the Muck does go for knockoff into the Aegislash. That's perfect. So that's going to drop Muck's attack stat by 2. Now, I highly expect that Muck to switch into Charizard. And that's why we're going to make a play here. I'm going to Flash Cannon this Tyranitar. And we're going to go for the Mighty Rock Slide. It gives us a chance to flinch that Tyranitar. And if Charizard wants to switch in here, expecting an Earthquake or Tectonic Rage, possibly. Oh, Muck actually just protects. So this works too. I mean, it would have been better had I Tectonic Raged here. But it's still fine, I guess. That's not as fine. That's not as fine. The Tyranitar avoids, so now it gets an Earthquake off, which should just KO my Mamoswine. Well, that's rather sad, but it does give me a +2 in my Aegislash, which is helpful. That is helpful. That sucks. I mean, we wouldn't have KO'd, but we had the chance to flinch. I didn't notice the Life Orb earlier in the Tyranitar. If the Tyranitar wasn't Life Orb, we probably would have still been around. We get the Flash Cannon off now. Which is nice damage. Nice, nice. Critical hit, even. And the Tyranitar is going to faint here. So now both Charizards are going to come in. And from what... Oh, wait. I can bring in Scrafty here. I just bring in Scrafty, fake out the Charizard, and then Flash Cannon this Muck. The Muck is at -3 now. I think a knockoff would still KO me, unfortunately. I don't have an item anymore, though. So maybe not. But yeah, the Charizard just comes in. I get the Intimidate, which is only going to affect the Muck. And the Muck just protected. So the likeliness of it protecting again are pretty low. So I Flash Cannon, fake out the Charizard. It's a pretty good possibility as Muck outspeeds us, actually, which could be bad. Which could be bad. Okay, the opposing Charizard does protect, so it probably would have just been better. Fake out the Muck, but I didn't want the Charizard getting off a free Heat Wave or Overheat. Okay, Muck goes for Poison Jab here, so he didn't attack Aegislash, probably expecting me to go into the Shield form. He does get the Poison on the Scrafty, but at this point it doesn't necessarily matter. And I do get a +2 Flash Cannon off into it. I don't think it KOs, but it will activate its Berry if it has it. It does. It does. So this is going to be tricky, right? I have to Flash Cannon and Drain Punch this Muck. Hopefully it doesn't protect here. Okay, it doesn't protect. Charizard actually just goes for Heat Wave. So had I wide guarded with Aegislash, depending on what the Muck did, we could have been okay. But remember the Muck is still -3, and I think my Charizard's at full health still. We're going to see knockoff. So he would have went for Aegislash. So I would have gotten a Drain Punch off had I wide guarded. But I was highly expecting Overheat again. But now I can just bring in my own Charizard. I'm pretty sure we outspeed his. And even if we don't, we should live any one hit. We just have to hit this Heat Wave on both Pokemon. I mean, if we don't hit the Muck, we should be okay. Just because of how low its attack stat is. We do outspeed again. So I'm pretty sure that's like modest Charizard or something. And we do KO both. Critical hit on the Muck. Don't know if that crit mattered or not, but again, the Muck was -3, so he needed a crit to be able to do anything back to me. So we do pull it off against the opposing Sun team. It was looking pretty bleak there. But yeah, had I wide guarded the Aegislash to stop the Heat Wave, Heat Wave would have hit into the wide guard and we would have been protected. And then Muck would have knocked off Aegislash. And then Scrafty could have gotten a Drain Punch off, which would have put Muck in a better range for Heat Wave. But again, Heat Wave was able to do it anyway. You do want to put yourself in a better position to win. You don't want to hope that you still win. The wide guard and Drain Punch play would have put us in a better position to win. But I mean, again, I was assuming he was going to overheat. I was just hoping he overheated the Aegislash so Scrafty could get a hit off. But what can you do? So now we are up to 1623. This will be the last battle for this video against an 1811 rated player from Tokyo, Japan. We're not ready for that with this team. We're not ready. It's going to be Kangaskhan, Landorus Therian, Cresselia, Celesteela, Tapu Fini, and Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat will be the biggest problem for this team. If we can get it to overheat uselessly into something like a Scrafty, that'd be good. I mean, Charizard deals with Celesteela. I was gonna say I almost have to bring Luxray, but Charizard deals with Celesteela. Did we go same team? I think we go same team again, unfortunately. Well, there's the Fini. So I would feel better if we brought Luxray or Executor as well. Because we don't need both Aegislash and Scrafty, I guess. I guess Luxray would be our better option. But I would need Tailwind set up. I'm going to go Charizard Aegislash as a lead. We're going to bring Mammo and Luxray in the back. Let's see if we can pull this out with Luxray. I don't expect we will. But we got to try, damn it. So Luxray does have Superpower, Ice Fang, and Wild Charge. So we have something for the majority of his team. Wild Charge hits Fini and Celesteela, Ice Fang on the Landorus, Superpower for the Kanga, and then there's a Crest and something else, I can't remember, Rotom. So we'd have to use Superpower for the Rotom as well. So we got Charizard, we got Charizard, and Aegislash. So this is honestly real scary for me. Because obviously I'm... actually, I could just not set up the Sun so that the Aegislash's, or the Rotom's overheat isn't as strong into the Aegislash. I'm just going to Tailwind with the Charizard and Wide Guard here. I Wide Guard to stop any Rock Slides coming out from that Landorus. Yep. And then I don't Mega Evolve, so the Sun doesn't get set up to boost the overheat that inevitably is coming out from this Rotom. I hope it's overheating at least. I hope he's thinking, oh, I'm going to kill... Oh boy, it's just the Fire Emblem Z, isn't it? Yep. Another Z move to come kill a Pokemon. I don't know the calc for this. I'm going to be honest. I think this is a bulkier... I think this is Max Special Defense Aegislash. I know it's a sassy one, for sure. I just grabbed one of my old Aegislashes, honestly. The one I used all the time in 2015. So let's see. Oh, we live! We live with the weakness policy. Boost! So now here I do Mega Evolve. I Mega Evolve and I Heat Wave. I Heat Wave, and I Shadow Ball Rotom. I expect Landorus to switch out here. It might not. It might just stay in and continue to Rock Slide on me. But if it does, both Pokemon will go down here. It's going to stay in. Unless it's not choiced Landorus. That could be the case. Actually, no, it has to be choiced, because I'll sped Charizard. And Charizard has a higher base speed than Landorus, so... No! We missed the one Pokemon we need to hit with that. And Landorus is faster than Slash anyway. But he misses the Pokemon he needs to hit. He might be going for an electric move here, though, with the Rotom. But we should honestly take one. We should take one. Because Charizard's special defense is pretty good. Yeah, we take the one. And no paralysis. So now, I can either bring in Luxray, or I can bring in Mammo. I bring in Mammo here, because I want to immediately threaten that Rotom again. And I can start Rock Sliding it. I can start Rock Sliding it. And as long as Heat Wave and Rock Slide connect to Landorus, that should KO it. Plus, the Landorus is going to be afraid of my Ice Type moves as well. God, that sucks. I mean, it's nice. It's nice that he also missed Rock. Jesus. It's nice that he also missed Rock Slide on us, because we'd be dead AF, and we wouldn't have the second chance of going for Heat Wave here. Plus, we get more damage off on the Rotom if we connect again. Landorus is going to withdraw here, though. He knows Mammo is a threat. Cresselia is going to be coming in to take these 2 hits, though. Cresselia will take it better. Rotom's going to actually protect here. Rotom will protect here. We should still have one more turn of Tailwind, though. And this Cresselia is now taking 2 hits. 2 hits! And it shouldn't take... As long as we connect with both again and there's no, like, Iapapa Berry, we should KO the Cress here, too. Unless, like, Landorus switches in for the Rotom, but that's still Landorus coming in on a Heat Wave, so... I don't expect it. I don't expect it. But if we do get the double KO here, Landorus is coming in with possibly a Mega Kangaskhan, which is a worse position for us, in all honesty. Gonna withdraw the Rotom. Who's coming in? Landorus is coming in, so trying to make sure the Crest stays alive this turn, but that means Landorus is taking 2 hits. That means Landorus is taking 2 hits. And we do hit this time. Do we crit that Crest? No, but it does have the berry. Damn it. Damn it. Now we have to hopefully flinch the Cresselia with the Rock Slide here. Is that enough to KO Landorus? It is not after the Intimidate. We don't even flinch the Crest. Excuse me. It's the end of that time of season, you know, a little mucus buildup, I guess. But Charizard's going to go down to the Psyshock. Damn it. And now I have Luxray, which is not great. Because now the Landorus does Earthquakes. It will be a -1 Earthquake. Oh, wait. That's right, we're Guts, not Intimidate. Oops. He could be fearing the Ice Shard. That is a possibility. He could be fearing the Ice Shard. I'm going to Wild Charge Cress. And we're going to Rock Slide here. Landorus just go for Earthquake, though. I should have protected Luxray. Why didn't I protect Luxray? I guess I thought my Mamoswine was a lot lower than it actually is. I misplayed so bad there. I should have protected Luxray. Because this Rock Slide KOs. I wasn't thinking, which is a common thing, a common occurrence. If I would have been thinking, you an Icy Wind with the Crest, which one will make sure I underspeed the Rotom anyway. But had I protected there with Luxray, it'd still be alive, obviously, and Mamoswine would have lived that. But for some reason, I thought Mamoswine had taken a hit already. I'm like, oh, never mind, Mamoswine's just gonna die. I'm gonna go for the Rock Slide here. The Rotom has to miss an Overheat for us to even have a chance. It does hit it, though. And there was still a third Pokemon in the back. So there wasn't any way we were gonna win, but we could have made it a little bit closer had I not been a moron. But anyway, guys, Luxray got to do nothing. So hopefully he'll get to do some in the future battles here. But if you did enjoy today's video, we are still learning the team, so give us a little bit. We'll catch up with it. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're not already. If you want to try out the team for yourself, the link will be in the paste bin description below. And I need to get over these sniffles before the next episode, guys, because I'm going to be recording the next one directly after this. But if you do have suggestions for more VGC 2018 teams, once Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon are out, be sure to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get right on those as soon as I'm done with the main story of the game. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay sharp, everyone.